Imagine a macaque monkey dropping to one knee, proposing, but instead of a heartfelt, "I do," we get a strange, unsettling sound. Scientists tested this, and guess what? Monkeys, despite their similar vocal structures to us, can't speak. But birds, who seem far less human-like, can mimic speech. So why can parrots say, "Who's a good boy?" while monkeys can't utter a single word? Let's dive in. The secret behind the monkey's silence. Let's start with the macaque. Studies have shown that, structurally speaking, their vocal tracts aren't all that different from ours. In theory, they have the right tools, they just don't know how to use them. A 2016 study used computer models to analyze how a monkey's vocal tract could function if their brains were wired for speech. It turned out that the problem wasn't their physical ability, but their brain's limitations. Their vocal cords could potentially produce human-like sounds, but their brains don't have the neural control to make it happen. So monkeys may be able to grunt, scream, and chatter, but Shakespearean sonnets, not in a million years. Meanwhile, birds who don't even have lips, let alone the complex facial muscles we rely on for speech, somehow pull off perfect human mimicry. How? Meet the syrinx, the bird's secret superpower. The answer lies in a bird's unique vocal organ, the syrinx. While humans use a larynx to produce sound, birds have a completely different setup. Their syrinx is located deep in their chest, at the junction of their trachea and lungs, giving them a special advantage in sound production. Unlike humans, who rely on just one set of vocal cords, birds essentially have two independent voice boxes. This means they can control different parts of their syrinx at the same time, allowing them to create sounds faster and with greater variety than any other animal. Think of a talented ventriloquist who can make two voices speak simultaneously, except birds do it naturally. Some species, like cardinals, can switch between notes faster than a grand piano, producing an incredible range of pitches in mere milliseconds. How birds talk. Now let's get to the real mystery. How do parrots, lyrebirds, and other talking birds actually speak human words? For one, parrots are social learners. In the wild, they communicate by mimicking the sounds of their flock members. When kept as pets, they see humans as part of their flock, and they copy us the same way they'd mimic their bird buddies in the jungle. But their ability goes far beyond simple mimicry. Parrots use their syrinx in combination with their beaks, tongues, and even throats to shape and fine-tune their sounds. Unlike most birds, parrots actually move their tongues the way humans do, adjusting airflow to pronounce words with surprising clarity. This tongue flexibility is one of the biggest reasons parrots can articulate human speech better than other birds. Since parrots don't have lips, they have to get creative. For example, when humans pronounce plosive sounds like P and B, we use our lips to create that little burst of air. Parrots, on the other hand, achieve a similar effect by manipulating their esophageal muscles, essentially burping in a controlled way to mimic the effect of human speech. What's even more fascinating is that parrots can develop unique accents and dialects depending on their environment. A parrot raised by a British family might have a posh accent, while one growing up in a Spanish-speaking home might squawk in perfect Spanish. Some studies even suggest that parrots modify their voice to sound more like their favorite human, making them one of the most adaptable vocal learners in the animal kingdom. And here's something truly mind-blowing. Some parrots don't just repeat words, they understand context. Many bird owners report that their pets can use certain phrases in the right situation, like saying hello when someone walks into the room or bye-bye when they see their owner leaving. This suggests that parrots might have a basic grasp of communication rather than just random mimicry. But why do birds want to talk? It's one thing to have the physical ability to mimic speech, but why do parrots even bother? The answer comes down to bonding. Parrots are highly social animals, and in the wild, vocal imitation plays a huge role in their group interactions. A parrot that perfectly mimics its flock's calls is more likely to be accepted and thrive. When living with humans, parrots instinctively apply this skill to their owners, picking up words and phrases to strengthen their connection with their flock. It's not just parrots either. Some birds, like lyrebirds, have taken mimicry to an entirely new level. These feathered sound machines can replicate chainsaws, car alarms, and even camera shutters with eerie precision. They're essentially the DJs of the animal kingdom, remixing every sound they hear. Some lyrebirds have even been recorded imitating human laughter and crying, proving that their vocal abilities go beyond just repeating mechanical noises. But here's where things get even more mind-blowing. Studies have found that parrots and other mimicking birds adjust their speech based on social dynamics. If a parrot is around multiple people, it might favor the voice of the one who talks to it the most. In a multi-parrot household, birds may even create their own unique flock language, blending the words and sounds they've picked up from different sources. What's even more impressive is that some parrots remember words and phrases for years, even after being separated from their owners. There are cases of birds recognizing and calling out the names of past owners decades after being rehomed. And let's not forget the emotional side. Some parrot species seem to use words to express affection and emotions. Owners often report their birds saying, "I love you," after being cuddled, or using words like happy or sad in appropriate contexts. While we may never know for sure if they truly understand these emotions, their ability to connect words with experiences is undeniably impressive. Why can't other animals learn to speak? Why can parrots talk, but not dogs or monkeys? It all comes down to brain wiring. Parrots have a specialized song system that helps them analyze and mimic sounds, while most mammals lack this ability. Motivation matters too. Parrots mimic to bond, while dogs and monkeys rely on body language and natural vocalizations. Memory plays a role, as parrots can store and recall sounds for years, while most animals cannot. Anatomy is another barrier. Birds use a highly flexible syrinx, allowing them to produce diverse sounds, whereas mammals have a rigid larynx that limits speech. Even if a monkey had the physical ability, it likely wouldn't feel the need to speak. Most mammals communicate through barks, growls, or howls, which are deeply rooted in their instincts. Some species, like dolphins and elephants, have complex communication but still can't replicate human speech. Even highly intelligent animals, such as chimpanzees, lack the neural circuits necessary for vocal learning. While science continues to explore animal communication, for now, parrots remain the champions of mimicry. The future of animal communication. With advancements in AI and vocal analysis, researchers are now working on decoding animal communication like never before. Scientists have already developed technology that translates prairie dog calls into meaningful words, and are even experimenting with dolphin dictionaries. In fact, some experts believe that within a few decades, we might develop real-time translation tools to better understand what animals are saying. Could this mean we'll one day have full conversations with animals? Maybe. But for now, if you want an animal to tell you how their day is going, your best bet is still a chatty parrot. Even more exciting, some studies suggest that other animals might have hidden linguistic abilities we haven't fully explored yet. Recent research on elephants, whales, and even bats indicates that they may have complex vocal communication systems that we are only beginning to understand. And who knows, maybe one day, instead of wondering why your dog can't talk, you'll be getting daily complaints about why you took so long to fill their food bowl. And that's the mind-blowing reason why birds can talk, but monkeys can't. If you found this fascinating, imagine what else is out there, so don't miss out. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a wild fact. Drop a comment below if you had a parrot. What's the first thing you'd teach it to say?